Island Cancer Center.
House to Home, presented by RE/MAX Diamond Realty.
Hey, and Hafaday. This is part 2 of an ongoing discussion about construction, specifically doing it on your own. Gina and Liz are here from RE/MAX Diamond Realty. Ladies, Hafaday once again.
Hafaday.
Okay, I'm going to get right into this because when last we spoke, we were talking about building a house yourself. In theory, the bank would have a different product, a different type of loan to finance you. Insurers would, look at you maybe a little bit differently than if you're going the traditional route.
Yeah.
But Gina, you're actually doing this yourself.
Yeah, my permit is self-construction.
So you can be our guinea pig, like our test case in this.
Yeah.
Are you running into any difficulties, and have you the actual technical skills to be able to get all the raw materials, assemble the house,
now
raise the walls?
Keep in mind, part of the self-construction process included contractor's license board they asked me to get a contractor's license. I have absolutely no skill. I don't know the first thing about building a house, but because I'm applying for a self-construction permit, they made me get a license that says, I guess I'm a contractor now, so whoopie-doo.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was part of it. And
is that a permanent license that's
no,
up for renewal, or is it temporary?
It's only for the purpose
for the duration of that project.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Which the only reason I brought that up is I was saying, well, it's false. I know it's false. Why are you making me pay for this? Can't I just save this money for a refrigerator? I thought the self-construction process meant I would save money, but no, they made me pay for that. So, so that's why I'm bringing it up. I mean, there were a lot of surprises. You asked about surprises. But I was I wanted to point out about your budget because honestly, there's a phrase in the Bible that says, don't start a project unless you know you're ready to finish it. I believe in that. So you start
Is that from the book of Galatians? I'm not sure.
I think it's Luke, but don't quote me.
Okay, somebody add in the comments and give us a chapter and verse of that, please.
Okay, so start with your funding. If you're like me and you're doing self-construction, figure out how much money to do each phase. And you talked about, well, am I skilled? I'm not. So how am I going to do it then? And my husband he's an electrician. He could actually do electrical work. So maybe when we're at that phase, he could step in and help. But I am honestly just going to hire people, maybe weekend warriors, people that work during the week, contractors, skilled labor. And they're going to come and do this project for me, and I'm just going to pay as we go.
Well, when you're ready, check me and I'll set up your Wi-Fi.
There you go. That's exactly it.
But you have a blueprint, right?
Okay, you cannot get your permit if you don't have all of those necessary items. And I am still going to be inspected. The government of Guam is going to come and inspect.
Periodically.
So right now we're clearing the property. And by the way, I found out based on the new regulations, the cost of clearing property has almost tripled, okay? And that was very interesting to me. It's quite a bit of money just to clear the property.
So to bring in a backhoe or do something?
Yes.
Wow.
The cost of getting rid of what you clear, so it's not really the equipment and the cost of the people that come in. It's really the cost of disposal that has gone up 3-4 times.
Oh, okay.
And that was like mind-boggling for me. I was like, why are you charging me this much?
Okay, now
found that out. Government of Guam regulations. That's why the prices went up.
Liz, I'm going to be the optimist for once, which I never am, but I'm going to assume that Gina does this absolutely pitch perfect, right? Like everything is up to code.
Right.
Myself, if I tried to do this on my own, I know I would screw this up, right? Say I'm erecting a wall and for some reason, like it's,
I don't recommend you do it.
So when I do that and I try and do it myself and I make like, oh, oopsie whoopsie, like something's out of order and it's not up to GovGuam's spec, can I then bring in a contract? Is there any contractor who's going to want to even come near it and say, I'm going to have to fix most of your problems?
But here's the problem, I don't recommend that any person try to build a wall if they don't have the skill. Because if there is a problem, the inspector will not approve it. So it's very important that you hire skilled laborers to do that. Although Gina is doing self-construction, she's hiring the right people.
You're going out and you're sourcing.
She's sourcing,
Yes,
and
I am.
she's.
Absolutely.
But if you're doing self-construction, again, I repeat, do not try to do it yourself because something will go wrong unless it's your line of expertise, like electrician or you're a plumber. If that's your line of work, then focus on that part of the construction, that aspect. But anything else that is not in your field, get the skilled worker to handle that portion.
Okay, question now, because last time when we spoke, we were talking about the bond that comes in, which is
Yes.
itself a
Yeah.
form of
Yes.
insurance about,
Yes,
if
yes,
anything goes wrong.
It's really to complete the job, to
The
make sure
job.
it gets completed.
So, because you're sourcing the skilled labor yourself, what
Yes.
happens if, they, for whatever reason, can't finish the job? They move, they get another job, and they just flake on you.
The way I'm doing it the typical way of how people usually will do self-construction. You pay as you go.
As you
Okay.
go.
So
Oh,
I'm
smart.
paying.
Okay.
Yeah,
And-
I'm paying for the footings to get done. Okay, it's done. It passed inspection. I'm going to pay
You're
you.
not doing payable upon completion.
Right.
Okay,
The-
so
Yeah.
you've got that.
I'm
you've
not
got that
paying in
leverage.
advance.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
But the critical part about self-construction is you have to monitor the project. You can't just leave, you have every step of the phase, you have to be there to monitor, whether you're doing self-construction or regular construction where a contractor does it.
Mm-hmm.
You always have to interact to make sure things are moving along.
I'm actually excited about this.
I share with people because my husband and I, we've actually built a few homes for ourselves or just to sell, right? So, and this is what I share with people. If you don't have the time or the stomach for this, don't do
Don't
it.
do it.
Because we are literally there every morning and every afternoon. So
But-
you've got to give it the time.
But by no means is this something that people that do have the skill and the patience and the intestinal fortitude should do. Because, you can save a lot of money by doing this, and you can still have the house of your dreams, right?
You absolutely can.
But don't go into it blind.
Okay.
Get all the facts.
And once again, call Liz and Gina at Remax Diamond Realty because they'll give it to you straight. They're going to be 100% honest with you. Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right,
you.
and we will see you next time right here on House to Home.